was, I never knew, but my grandpa in Chicago, in the outskirts of Chicago, had a mink farm. He raised mink, and they used it for mink jackets. This was back before PETA. And there's a picture of my grandma with a full mink jacket on, in a black and white photo with makeup and the hair and everything. I found it one day in a box of, and I said, "Mom, did you take a picture of a movie star?" She goes, "That's Grandma." And I was like, "What?" And she was showing me that in my head. So I don't know if she was ever a looker, or back in the day when was a looker, or is there a mink coat relevance? Is there a mink coat in the family? Is there? Yeah. They said turn. Is there a mink coat? I think that's the relevance. Who's coming through?
That would be my grandmother. She had it her whole life. I don't know where it came from.
So she showed me that memory in my head to get me to the mink. Okay. They didn't appreciate it anymore because people aren't really allowed to wear them. You wear them out in public and they'll throw paint on you or whatever.
She wore it too. Her daughter's
Are there pearls?
We all like pearls. I like pearls.
Did you hit your head hard?
My daughter did, and she does like pearls.
So
she was young and she fell off.
So around the common threading around the pearls, I was picking up the head injury in her head. She had a slight concussion.
No, it was just really
I'm telling you, she had a slight concussion.
She's very smart now.
Maybe it knocked some sense into her. Well, it's interesting.
Smart. She was very young. She was in talking on her brother's shoulders and fell on a basketball court. She was fine.
I think. Oh, it opened up.
I don't think so. 'Cause I don't think he took her.
I'm hearing it opened up or woke up a tiny little part of her brain that wasn't being used very much, which gave her her intelligence.
I think she has.
Really?
Yeah, he dropped my oldest on a basketball court, actually, and she's like really, really smart. And he goes, "I gave you your brains." He used to tell her that all the time. "You have your brains because I dropped you on your head when you were a baby."
It might be both because actually with both I'm feeling in my chest that both are correct answers. And I'm hearing that the hitting opened up a small tiny part of the brain that had very minimal usage that now is being
Really?
used. So I did a show in Webster up near Rochester, and one of the guys who attended the reading was a trauma surgeon, famous, like all over the United States. And I felt so blessed to have him there that he would come to one of my shows, and he was fascinated by it. Usually medical people don't believe in this stuff, but he totally was for it. He never contacted me again, but he asked, would I be willing to have my brain pulled out and looked at? No. Like CAT scans and MRIs and stuff. While someone stood in front of me and I was reading, like lay on the table, have someone stand there and be telling them stuff while they're doing and then compared to someone who's not doing that, see what the differences are. I thought I really wanted to do that. And I kind of lost track of it, but I would have liked to have that done. It's interesting. Have you ever seen that documentary Free Solo Climbing with Alex, the guy who climbs without the ropes? They did that with him, and they actually found a spot in his brain where the stimulus that makes you scared on him took a lot more needed input before he would get scared as compared to a normal person. Because they were wondering, how come you're not afraid to climb without the ropes? And he goes, I don't know, I just do it. And they actually found the difference. So anyway, that would be interesting to try that. Do you sell things too?
I've had certain
You
things
sell
happen.
things.
I've been wanting to see those, but no books. Just things happen. Yeah, I don't see
Did
those.
you see one across the room, across the room? You looked right at me. Grandma, was that Grandma? Was Grandma gone? You said you looked right. Did you see anything at the end of your bed? Do you have any kids? Do any of them see anything in the bed? I might be reading the kids. Okay, I might be off the person. see him when you were young. I know you did. And a lot of people don't remember. No, you. Do you ever remember her saying anything, seeing anything?
Not right off.
He's got new kids. Do the kids ever talk about seeing anything? That's it. So it's your kid.
Yeah.
That's the boy.
12-year-old.
Hang on for a second, because I know I'm getting over. Is he still little?
He's 12.
So he's just past that point where I usually pick up the big stop.
But he was like 6.
Yes.
Well, he was.
That's how-
he was
that's
like
how-
3 when we started.
6 was how old Katie was when that girl I was telling you about when I used to date her. Her daughter was 6 when she used to see her grandma. Okay. That's a common thread. And you too? You saw him when you were little? You did. I like your ink. Do you have ink for somebody? If somebody's pointing me at your ink saying that's for me. So mom's gone? Do you have any saved letters? What's the saved letters? So she's saying, as soon as you mentioned the tattoo, she's saying it came from the saved card or letter. She's validating it. How cool is that? She's saying, if you cry, I'll haunt you tonight. I'll make a deal with you. Don't cry and I won't haunt you. She's laughing. Would she? I tried to tell my dad, I said, you know, we both know you're going to pass. I said, can you do something with your keys or something? And he thinks I work for the devil. He thought I worked for the devil, so he wouldn't do it. Did you ever have conversations like that? Or did she know she was dying? She's saying we kind of talked or had a conversation. She was showing me that in my head. You were too young or too young to have to deal with that? And that's what pained me the most about dying. If you'd have been 45, 50, it would have been a little easier to take. The guy who was at my place today, you knew, he had to be 60, 65. Bawling. He lost his mom 3 weeks ago. Bawling like a little kid. I felt so bad. So she showed me the single digits, like 3 or 4. Okay. I think that's irrelevant. Do you connect with her in dreams? Oh, she's validating the dream. She's saying I pulled you through to like a common ground. I don't think we can quite go to where they are, and I don't think they can quite come exactly where we are in physical form. So she's saying we had to meet in the middle. If you want to call it dimensional, she's saying I pulled you through where we met. But you got deep enough in your sleep, I was able to do it. She's saying you sleep like the dead sometimes. Like, you know, I was seeing like kids where they come up and you can pick up someone's arm and they just, they're still sleeping. Is she cremated? Did she say, you got me? You got me on you. It's kind of weird. I have to ask, it's kind of weird to have somebody buy you. You don't think of it like that? Okay. Maybe I'm a ghoul. Hold on. Do you ever feel cold spots?
I did just a few minutes ago, and then when you were in the car.
Was she saying that was me? How recent is that? You just happened.